All right, so here is console number 2 of 3 in this 3 console lot. Before I get to talking about this, I want to get something off my chest. So I was on a military detachment for the last 3 weeks, out in the middle of shithole nowhere, the armpit of California, Lemoore, California. And of course, because I am a addict and a hoarder, I'm still ordering stuff. You know what I'm saying? Wait until I get back to have like a little Christmas, right? So check this out. We go to, hopefully I don't have to blur any of the stuff out later, but here on eBay, we go to Atari Sales and Service. Now, I've been buying it from these guys for like 12 years. Um, they listed a bunch of Atari Jaguar games that were like well under market value. This is about a week and a half ago. Saturday morning, I'm out. I stop somewhere and I go look at my phone. I'm just like looking at my saved searches, and I see Alien versus Predator in the box for $104.95 with $8.16 shipping. Now this game, if we come over here to the Holy Bible price charting, let's Alien versus the Predator, we will see that Jaguar complete copy is about 147 bucks, right? I don't really see it for that price very often. Complete, it's usually like 170 something. You see, like here we got 179. This is very frustrating. So this guy had, I think, 4 of these listed in quote unquote C condition. There were some in B condition that were like 125. So I bought 2 of these. Now, at first I was kind of regretting. I'm like, C condition, you look on here, you don't see any major damage. You see maybe like a little crease. I don't know if that's a crease there, like definitely a crease there. I'm like, okay. Then you look at the description here. Grade C condition, C images, factory original shrink wrap, right? So that turned out to be a lie because the guy immediately took these down, and there was some other stuff on there. Let's take a look at what he's got real quick. There was some gems, some things that I really wanted, but I didn't pop on them, and I should have. Let's go to see all and look at the most recent. Come on, the most recent. So I believe. All right, so we got some Double Dragon on there. That's one that I've been wanting, but not for 125 bucks. So Raiden, right? Looks like they lowered the price. Well, yeah. So this was originally 85 bucks, and then immediately, like all these they were a bit underpriced. They all got taken down, and the prices increased. They're let's see if we got Aliens vs Predator. So this one, grade B condition, now 125. It looks like they lowered this one a little bit too, but he had bumped it up quite a bit. And he messaged me like right afterwards and said, "Oh, they're not actually factory sealed. They're customer returns, and they're just shrink right by us." I'm like, "Cool. This is, I believe, an Atari warehouse somewhere, and I want to say that it's like Best Ataris. If anybody's familiar with that website, their eBay store. So a whole bunch of old Atari shit that they sell. They got a catalog you can order or whatever. Anyway." So this is what I get. We see what it's supposed to look like based on the pictures, right? This is grade C according to them on eBay. And then I come home, I got it waiting. I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be great. This one is on the top, looks fantastic, right? And then you turn it around, and then you got a fucking sticker on there, on the box, and tearing on the box. And then the second one, tearing on the box, same shit, sticker on the back. This is not what I ordered. This is not what I was expecting to receive. Now, this is nice to have. Like, the boxes are in pretty good condition. They're not fucked up at all. Outside of that, like there's not really a whole lot of denting and creasing and stuff, but that's unsat. And a lot of the stuff that I ordered was not. It just wasn't good. So I'd ordered a lot of Super Nintendo boards and just cartridge shells, and they were all like really expensive games. And then I get them and I see it's somebody's fucking repro project where all the labels are reproductions, and all the boards have all the, good games had the chips taken off, and they were all like horribly worked on, like terrible, terrible soldering jobs. So I had to send that one back. But just a lot of stuff that was not living up to the expectation that I had hoped for. So I started off my day, well, this was really yesterday. Started off yesterday in a bad mood. And then I had all kinds of problems with OBS and the damn program not working. So anyway, that's me just bitching. I did get some good shit while I was out there, though. I got a nice little local deal. I'll talk about that in another video, but just kind of rambling, talking about what's going on in life, before we get started on this, a little something different. So with this one here, we got to replace the power switch, and then from there, we'll see if it actually turns on. So oddly enough, these all came from one seller. It was a seller on eBay that does mostly video game stuff. But all the stuff that I bought from him, I could tell it's whoever's working on it or attempting to do this stuff is not very knowledgeable at all. So fairly easy fixes, which is good. But I would assume that if this guy took the power switch from this one for something else, there must be another issue with this one that made this one not worth trying to repair or not repairable to that person, whoever that was. So anyway, we've got our power switch here. We've got 5 holes on this board. 6 points on the switch. So I don't think it matters. I'm just going to go ahead and bend this one off to the side and drop it in. Of course, I bent the wrong one, didn't I? Of course I did. And it goes flying off the freaking thing. God damn it. Great. I should have bent this one instead, but whatever. I believe if I look at this one, that's fine, because there's also, let's go under the microscope. Already getting off to a bad start. I don't know why I did that. I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. And again, I didn't do this. I haven't touched this thing at all. So any stuff that's fucked up on this board, it definitely wasn't me. If we look on the board there, we will see that there's whoever took the switch off destroyed the little port there, or the little solder point there, but it doesn't go on anything, so it doesn't really matter. So quite honestly, that can go, and then we'll pop one of these other ones off as well. So losing that one doesn't actually do anything bad. Let's try to do that again. Let me see what I'm actually doing on here. I'll just go ahead and bend this one. It's going to pop off anyway if it's that weak. Of course it's not. We'll just clip it. All right. So now we got our 4 points there, and we got 4 points there. Hopefully I didn't fuck anything up too terribly, and this will actually work like it's supposed to. So, and that's about the right size, I think, for the Sege power switch. This is the original here. God damn it. So this is the original. It's a little, no, that should be okay, I think. Maybe a little bit bigger, but I think it'll work. Where are we at? Right here. I don't remember what I bought these for. I can't, for the life of me. I think, actually, you know what? I think I said on the last video I got these on Mauser. I think I got these on Console 5. And it was for something else. I think it was for a JVC XI. So I've got this thing balanced on the power switch itself. So it should... No, it's not. I just want to tack one in real quick, and then we can put some flux on there and try to do it the right way. Is that going to move a little bit? That should be fine. Should be fine. Of course, you guys can't see. It's blurry and out of position. Even though it was perfect for me. Great. Why is that one all fucked up? That one does not seem to be sticking too well. What in the world is that? Some crud on there. What is that? Oh, well, that's lovely. The fucking, the solder pad is not fully there. Basically came off. That should be fine. I got enough on there. That should be good enough, I hope. Jeez, whoever messed with this didn't do a great job at all. That's fine. That gives me an opportunity to come behind them and fix it. All right, let's see if that actually powers this board on. And if it does, then what else is wrong with it? All right. It powers on. Great. Like I said, what else is wrong with it, though? Let's check it out. This time, I'm going to go ahead and put a controller in the freaking controller port. I got one of these shitty fucking third-party controllers here. Oh boy, I want to do a rant on these too. These are fucking garbage, bro. All right. Let's see if it actually does what it's supposed to. I'm going to say no. Obviously, it's not because there's no license screen there. All right, so I'm going to take a pause and see what else is wrong with this thing. Right on in here. That looks like a thing. Let's look at that underneath the microscope. What is that? It looks like just water damage, I think. There's a, oh, is there a trace missing there? There's definitely a trace. Yeah, there's definitely a trace missing there. All right, well, let's clean that up and take a look at that. That will be a new one for me. I've never seen anything in that area that killed the system. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and remove at least this one, whatever that is, capacitor, it looks like. Get that out of there. And hopefully not lose it. That'd be great. And then I'm going to come in and take a look. That pad is completely gone. That V is probably gone. Let me see if I can't get some of that gunk up with the iron. It shouldn't be too tough to fix, I don't think, but let's see. I'm gonna grab my X-Acto knife here and see what I can scratch away. You know what? Before I do that, solder wick. I'm probably breathing hella heavy right now. So there's some pad left under there. It's a whole lot of other shit. Well, there that. Never mind. There that goes. trying to clear as much of that shit off so I can see what's going on underneath. So this kind of acts as an abrasive. I'm gonna rebuild that circuit, which shouldn't be too difficult. I just got to see what goes where. So this track here, it looks like went to that pad. What does this one go to? Yeah, I'm being a little rough with it. I think maybe that's a good enough. We can see what we're doing now. That's all we need. We don't need to go nuts with it. What did that pad go to though? So now that all the crud is off of there, it looks like this trace went down to this via here. I can't tell what this goes to or what the pad was supposed to go to. So I'm probably gonna have to clean that via out a little bit. I think that'll make that viable enough. And then scratch away that. I think we'll be all right. You can see some of that track is still there. Let me see on one of the other boards, on the one I just worked on, what that's supposed to look like in that area. So okay, that's easy. So this capacitor, basically run a wire to that via and then off to what's left of that track, or even just run it all the way down. Well, I don't know where that goes to. I'm not going to mess with that, but yeah, I'll just run it to the track. It should be easy. And then we can put something to keep it glued down or stuck down. It shouldn't be too hard. And hopefully that'll get this thing working again. You know what I could do? Let's use some copper tape. I could probably do this like super neat, but it's going to take forever, and I don't want to spend more than a few minutes doing it. I really don't. So I'm over here finagling with this tiny piece of tape. I mean, it's so goddamn small. It's ridiculous. All right, so I think that is a good base for what we need. Now, the smallest little bit of fucking flux there. turn the air down on that a bit. That copper tape is being a complete cunt right now. All right, so we've got that. Now let's grab us a little wire. Run us some solder there. I think we're just gonna run that right on the via, more than likely. Make life a little easier. All right, I'm gonna tack that down right there on the tape and on the capacitor there. Now it's not a good angle for that. It's not the best either, but that'll have to do. All right, so move that around again. I'm going to tack this down to the via here, and hopefully that's going all the way through and there's no corrosion on the inside, which is while we put flux on it and while we're heating it and putting a whole bunch of solder on there. We need more flux though. More flux. Probably I'm not. Shit. I am weird. Oh no! No! So we lost our view. Okay. Fair enough. Not the end of the world. God damn it. These fucking tweezers are sticky. And they stuck to the fucking wire. And as I pulled up, it pulled up on the goddamn wire. And took the via with it. Which, shit, that really sucks. I mean, I'm sure it wasn't very strong anyway. But what that means now is that I must take my tip here. I'm gonna go all the way down. I should just drill through it. That would probably be the best idea. I just burnt the shit out of myself, which is great. Fantastic. Damn it. I'm really not having a good night. Just being honest. Not having a good night. Fuck, man. That could have been super easy, but no. Why would it be? I may not even have to do anything here. Really, I'm going to have to... Can't see where they goes on the back side. So I got tiny drill tips around here somewhere. I just don't know where the fuck they are, and I don't want to go looking for them. So, plan B. I'm gonna run the wire through the board. This is not the best method for doing this, by the way, in case you can't already tell. So I know I've got a little tiny drill tip around here somewhere. I just have no idea where it's at right now, and I don't care to go looking for it. I just want to get this done quickly. It shouldn't hopefully damage anything too much. Feel free to roast me in the comments. Fucking shit, man. All right. That's an angry spray right there. Spray some alcohol on there, and then what we'll do is we'll run a wire through the board. It's almost never the end of the world with this stuff. Like, thankfully, these older electronics, it's not that bad. So I'm going to take this wire and I'm trying to straighten it out to where it will actually go through. Of course, I'm picking up fibers and all kinds of other shit. Great. So we'll run that through there. Maybe. There it goes. Now, let's see. I should tape that down really, but I say I should, right? And that means I should fucking actually do that, but I'm not going to. Let's tack this down to the our little tape here. I'm just going to heat that up a little bit, make that easier. And just tack it down there. And that's good. I'll secure that. We'll fix that, we'll clean that up later. But what we're interested in doing right now is getting some flux on there, and then some solder, and good Lord, really extending the length of this video. Should have been done right the first time, but it wasn't. But like I said, it's not the end of the world when it doesn't. That's what's important to remember. You know, there's generally, if you fuck something up, you can still fix it, hopefully. To give it a good amount of strength, I think. So wherever it is on this side well, let's clean that up too. Gotta cut that wire. That is not the best looking at all, but like I said, it should do the job, I hope. So once we confirm that this is working, we'll clean this up and make sure that this is well protected and whatnot. What I do want to do is check to see if we get continuity on the other side of the board. Hopefully the answer is yes. So let's see on this side here, and then on the other side, and find that wire. And we get continuity. Sorry we couldn't see that, but yeah, it was very, very difficult to try to film that. Merc's not around. I don't know where I put that. Try hard driving, another piece of shit. Well, Mercs is good. This is a piece of shit game. I don't like it at all. It's just here. It's just sitting around. All right. Just rambling. Do we get life? Let's see. Was this all for nothing? Power on. Fuck yeah. I need wins, man. I really do. I need wins. And this is perfect. So that is, let's see if the reset button works. There we go. All right, I did say on the last one I was going to go through I'm pretty sure I've shown this though, like go through the process of resoldering everything here. I don't really think there's a need to. I'm pretty sure I've done that before. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I've shown that in previous videos. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm just going to wrap this up and say, hey, we're good to go. What I will do, like I said, I'll do the resoldering stuff off camera. I like to use this here nail polish, Wet and Wild Shine Clear Nail Protector. This stuff is decent, I guess. I don't like using the green shit. I think I, like everybody else, monkey see, monkey do. Somebody else uses green shit. I use green shit, but it's, to me, it looks nicer if you just use some clear shit. So I will put that on the affected areas. Again, off camera. I'm going to move this aside. Yeah, I'll do some more testing later, but if anything comes up, I will make sure that I follow up to this video or just tack onto it, because it'll probably be like 6 months before I can post it. Surprise, surprise, this is not the end of the video for the Sega Genesis Model 2 Part 2. So I've got the console here that we went and rebuilt this little part of the circuit for. Replaced the old power button there. Went and did a really crap glue job on this corner. So I'm testing it out. Just actually, let me come about how I started testing it. I've got this Paperboy that I've had in my collection. I'm just digging in random boxes of stuff that's actually for my collection, looking for cartridges that I don't really care about because I need some spare boards for certain games. And I came upon this copy of Paperboy, which is not in the best condition. I don't even remember where I got it or when I got it. Some time ago, obviously, because I didn't care about condition when I first started collecting. But I tested this out a few days ago, and it didn't work. And this is the first time I've ever gotten this little resistor trick to work, where you check to see which one has a different, which pin on here has a different ohm reading from the other. First time that actually works. So that does work. So I'm sitting there testing the game out just to make sure that everything with the game is cool. So I'm playing the game, right? And I'm just testing out the game to make sure everything with the game is cool. I start my game with Paperboy, and I can move left, right. I can A, B, C, start, all that works, but up and down don't work. So then I put in a different game, and then only down works on Streets of Rage 2. So I'm looking at this, I'm like, okay, well, I know that problem. I've seen that before. It's going to be something in this area. Sometimes there's corrosion on some of these traces here, or something I didn't notice when I was resoldering the controller ports. Let's try to zoom in some, and this is probably why the guy, whoever had this before me, just removed parts off of here and just didn't care. There's a break right there on the trace, so that moves when you wiggle it. That moves, so that's not connected. And then this one moves and is not connected. I don't know how well that's gonna show up, but that should not be moving at all. I think you can see it pretty clearly there. So I'm gonna break out Mr. Grindy. Need a name for this tool. That's not a good one, but we need another name. So I'm just gonna expose some of the copper there on these traces. What was that one? Was it? I think there's 2 of these, not all of these. You know what? I'm gonna do it on that one too. Why not? Just make sure that they're all secure. Nice little area that I can solder to. And with these two, since really I should do it with this one as well, which is going to increase the area that I'm soldering to. And then for strength, I'm going to run a wire to that little point in the middle. With this, you know, I really shouldn't even bother because that's coming right off anyway. Just run that wire. Call it a day. Actually, if I had any brains and if I thought this out before I started working on it, I would have actually just done that and just run the wire. We don't need that extra bit of solder pad there. Unnecessary. So scratch that. Just pretend I never said it. All right, so I'm gonna preheat this board a little bit so that when I lay down this flux, it's nice and liquidy. We're gonna get our little flux on these 3 points. I'm just, like I said, I'm gonna be extra cautious, and I should just do all these. I think probably the best idea. Don't screw around with it. I'm gonna add a little extra solder there, a little unleaded. I don't know if this is leaded or unleaded on the board. I assume that it's unleaded. And after this, what I'll do is I'll jump into some Street Fighter 2. That way I can test all the diagonals. Yeah, diagonals. I can test all the diagonals and all the buttons relatively easily. Not worried about this being super beautiful because this console has already had quite a bit of work on it. Don't really care how it looks necessarily. I just need it to be functional. I'll get that bridge later. Nope, didn't even have to. It worked itself out. It's good. All right. Switch views. Now taking a look at that, not underneath the microscope, that doesn't look too terribly bad. Not super noticeable, I don't think. And it is noticeable if you're looking for it, but it's not completely ugly and egregious. You may disagree with that, and I wouldn't disagree with you if you did disagree with that. Looks like we are in business. Yep, good to go. I'll take you out with some god-awful gameplay here. All right, good enough. So now, hopefully that is the end of our video. I appreciate you guys watching. See you on the next one.